Okay, guys, it's Wednesday night, Team Huddle, yay. I am going to present tonight with Tamara. We are going to tag team tonight because what we're going to talk about tonight, we're going to fly through it so we can all get on Alyssa's Zoom in a half hour. So we're going to go really fast. But I think it's super, super important. So I wanted to tag team it. We're going to talk about scheduling tonight. And I know for a lot of us that have been in, we probably have a pretty good schedule. But honestly, I've been in for 9 months and I don't know how many times I've changed my schedule because it just doesn't work. And sometimes life changes and you get busier or you have more free time and you just have to adjust. You think that you have a great schedule and it's working, and then something is thrown into life and you have to change your schedule, which is okay, completely okay. So it's the season of life. That's just how it goes. So what I want to talk about and why we're going to tag team it is because I am a crazy mama of four. But plus that, I have a full-time job outside of it works. And so my schedule looks so different compared to Tamara, that she's able to stay home. And so her schedule is a little bit more free during the day, where mine definitely is not. I am a teacher. I would love to be able to teach and check my phone at the same time, but I guess I get frowned on for that for some reason. So, so I have to obviously do a little bit of scheduling different than Tamara. So that's what we're going to tag team tonight. Hopefully for our newbies, this helps. Because we're doing it short and sweet, I know that we wanted to do kind of like we talk and then we task. And I really will encourage you guys after this and after Alyssa's Zoom is to make a schedule if you don't have one already, or if you do have it one, honestly kind of critique it. Like if it's not working, try to switch some things around. And then I would love to see or know that we all are going to send our schedules to our sponsors. They really don't care what no offense, but I really don't care what your schedule looks like. But if you need help with your schedule, we might be able to give you some tips of how to fit more things into different places of your day. So once you get a schedule somewhat written out, then go ahead and send it to your sponsor. So that way they can look at it and say, good, maybe you missed something. Maybe you could switch it just so it works best. And like I said, it might change in a week. It's okay. But if we have a set schedule, like Cami said last night, I don't know if anybody or if everybody was on last night, but oh my gosh, did I need that last night. And I just wanted to quickly, before I start talking about scheduling, talk a few seconds about my aha moments that I really took, especially the discipline schedule. And it just I wanted to talk about scheduling before even Cammie's talk, but how she really had hit on having a disciplined schedule. Not everybody needs a Sabbath. Some people don't want to take a Sabbath, which is fine. But for me in my life right now, I feel like I need to. So that was nice to hear that it's okay. And we just trust God that he's going to control our company or our business for that day. And we have nothing to worry that we're going to lose customers for one whopping day. They're going to be there. If they want the product, guys, they're going to be there the next day. It's okay. So that was awesome for Cammie. And then the tip that she gave about personal development, I will admit that lately I would love to sit and read a book for my personal development, but that's and you'll see in my schedule in just a second, to get everything that I need to get done finished before midnight every single day. My personal development is more on the go, like listening to a podcast on the radio from going to drop off my kids at daycare to school, and that's 10 minutes at most, or little spots here and there. I would love to actually be able to sit down and do a full half hour or so. It honestly, for that HAP video that Larissa sent, it took me, and I'm not gonna lie, it took me 3 different times to watch it because I sat on a train for 3.5 hours and I was like, oh, this is gonna be perfect. No, my daughter was on the train with me and I could not just have her read a book and listen to it. It took me 3 different times to fully get through that, but that's so for me, Cammie's personal development tips were definitely huge. So back to scheduling. Okay, so I'm going to describe my schedule, and then I'll let Tamara describe her schedule. My schedule, like I said, is going to look different because, yeah, Larissa, I have some, but she wanted to talk to me nonstop, and so it was hard to put earbuds in and have her listen. Larissa suggested getting earbuds, and she just wanted to talk and talk and talk to mommy instead of reading her book. So that was the challenge. Because I am a full-time special ed teacher, and not only do I have to do things during the day, guys, and teach all day long, but if you home at night, IEPs, lesson plans, grading, all that is on top of just during the day for me. So it is very challenging. I make it work, but it's very challenging to get everything in for me with a full-time special ed job. But this is how I'm going to do it. And please ignore the times. But guys, I am so dedicated to get to my goals, and this works for me. It may not work for you at all, but most 4:30 every morning, almost every morning, 4:30, 4:25 technically. It gives me 5 minutes to like actually wake up. By 4:30, I am working. So from my day, and I do a schedule like block. So to be honest, on my piece of paper, I wrote down 3 for sure times that I get to work on my business during the day, a potential of a 4th if I'm lucky, if the kids don't need me 24/7. So from 4:30 to 5:15, these are the things that I do in my day, that I work on first thing in the morning, because then when people actually get up at like normal times, they'll be able to check their messages, check things, and get my stuff that's already been sent out to them. So I answer as many overnight messages that have gotten after I've gone to bed as possible. I check my haps that were posted the night before. And then I schedule a post at 4:30 in the morning, guys. No, not anybody's going to see it. And to be honest, if you post that early, it's going to be just shoved down after, because people are going to start posting at 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock. And my post is not going to be seen very often if I post that early in the morning. And then my self-development, if I'm lucky. That is one time that my self-development does happen every day, but it varies on a day-to-day basis of what time. So those are the things that I get done. And let me tell you, 45 minutes goes by really, really fast. So I try to get done all of that in the morning. And then I have lunch. My lunch varies at school. But I have about 20 minutes is pretty much all I get for lunch. And so I send out my birthday messages. I do follow-ups on any messages I've gotten in the morning while I'm teaching, and then I do interactions. I do as many interactions as I can, just because I'm sitting eating lunch. It's easy to just interact really quickly during that time. And then after school, after I picked up my kids and I've gotten their homework in, I do a little bit more interactions. I follow up with messages. And then I also do some opportunity messages to people, because I do it at that time. And I don't do all of them. I like to get up to give out 10 messages, hit 10 up a day. I usually do half of them during that time, because some people on my network are able to check it during that evening time. So I'll send some there. But then I also send more after my kids go to bed, and I'll send about 5 or 6, 7 more messages out. And then my biggest time for my business is like 8:30 to 10:30. Sometimes 11:15. Whenever I feel like I can't stay awake any longer, then I go to sleep. but that's when I do a lot of my green light messages. And guys, we've talked about it before, but I don't do green light messages when my haps are blowing up like crazy. I don't need them. And it overwhelms me if I have so many haps up, which is awesome. It's a positive problem to have, guys. If you have haps that blow up like crazy and you get 130, 150, whatever you get, and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get to these? Don't worry about messaging people as far as green light messaging, because you have plenty of things to do to message all these people for haps. So it's an awesome, awesome problem to have. So don't worry about green light messages if your haps are blowing up. If they're not, then yes, send out green light messages. I know we have kind of talked about anywhere from like 10 to 25 green light messages a night for a day, I guess. I send out as many as I possibly can. Sometimes I've sent out like 60 before in a night. It just depends on how much time I have. But it's not gonna like hurt to send out more. So don't limit yourself to like 25 and then you get like up the next day and you have no responses at all. Feel free to send out more. It's okay. Like it's not gonna be a bad thing to send out 100 green light messages. I know at one time I easily have a few hundred people on my green light at a time. So I do that at night. I save my haps. And this is a tip that I do, and Emily and there's some people that have been in might have a different, maybe like Emily, that was horrible advice. But for my haps, if they come back to me in my messages and say it's up, I don't always like rush over and save it, because I feel like if I rush over and save it, I'm wasting a boost, if that makes any sense. So but I wait a little bit, especially because I'm busy there during the day anyways. So if I go ahead and save it and love it, then that's a boost, in my opinion, that I'm wasting. Whereas if it gets slower in the evening, then I'll go heart it and love it, and then it's boosted again on their page, and then I save that as well. So I save it within the same day, but I am really careful about like liking or saving it right away, just because if I'm afraid that it's not going to get a bunch of comments, then I try to boost it with my love, if that makes any sense to you guys. And then, like I said, I do my opportunity messages. I use this time to also delete friend requests. That's something that we forget a lot, guys. But for algorithm, it messes with our algorithm pretty bad if we like forget all these and have hundreds of friend requests from all these haps and we just leave them. And I've heard things a little different. I usually wait because, and I guess it depends on the people that you're adding, but like I'm a little older than say Emily or some of you not young little tykes. So I feel like some of the girls or some of the people that are on my network are a little like 40s, 50s, and they're not on Facebook every single day, which is fine. But I don't want to go and delete their friend request after like 2 days, because they still may get on. I actually just had a person just tonight. I sent a message for a hap March 31st, and she just responded just now, which is crazy to me. But hey, she's willing to post, go for it. So, but it's that type of thing that I usually delete after 4 days. That's just my rule of thumb. But yeah, Emily just said 3, 4, or 5 days. So I don't like, if it's definitely been 2 weeks, they're for sure gone. But I would definitely not use like the 24-hour rule. Like wait a few days and then go ahead and delete. So I'm checking my friend requests and deleting them daily, because obviously I have haps to them every single day, but I would wait before you delete people that quickly. So that's all my schedule looks like. I know that was a lot really, really fast, but I want Tamara to have time to talk about her schedule real quick too, because she has a little bit more flexibility as far as when she gets things done. So Tamara, I saw you.
Hey guys, so mine looks a lot different than Emily's, as I chose not to go back to teaching this year, and I'm doing this full time. So, how mine works, um, is when I get up in the morning, and I don't have like set times, it kind of just depends. Comes some mornings I'm getting up and taking my daughter to school, and then she doesn't go to school every single day. She does a couple days on, couple days off. So mine is a lot different. But anyways, so when I get up in the morning, the first thing I'm doing, I used to follow, and I have a little copy here. I used to follow this daily tracker, and on it, it lists, there's 10 things. It says make a post story, sort, organize all conversations from previous day, go to Facebook, add 25 people, go to Instagram, comment on 25 people, like two and comment two for 25 people, learn something new about the product, message people, uh, and then message people about the opportunity, add a minimum of 25 people on Instagram, spend 15 or more minutes on self-development, and then 10 haps up. So that is something that I used to follow. And if you guys want that, you can let me know, and I'll tell you where to find it, where to get it. Okay, hopefully you can help us here, Larissa, because I was trying to find it today, and the one on eSuites is a different one than what this is. So I didn't remember where I found it. I do not follow that anymore because I have it in my mind. I know everything that I need to get done in a day. So when I get up, the first thing I do is I make an inspirational post, and then I go to showing usually me making a product or taking a product. And then I go right into my haps. I check my haps from the day before, my messages right then and there. I send out my birthday messages. I try to get as much done in the morning as possible so that throughout the day I'm just checking on things. Thank you, Emily. So Emily said the Success Squad page has it. So anyways, I try to get all of my stuff done right in the morning. The self-development, I don't always get done first thing. I try, but sometimes that's a little bit later. And then throughout the day, I know like at noon, I will go post about the product. Because I know there's like set times that you should be posting. Sorry, I have trouble like seeing the messages and trying to read them at the same time and talk. Sorry, guys. So, but I'll go at noon and I will do a product post. And then I check my messages again. I reach out to more people. That's usually when I send people like the opportunity messages. And that's something that I only recently started doing because I didn't feel very comfortable about asking people to join. I know, a little weird, but it took me a while to get there, but I finally am there and I am sending out those messages. And then I don't do much after that for a little while. I kind of put my phone down. I do stuff with my daughter, go outside, whatever it may be. And then I'm posting again at 5 o'clock, but at 5 o'clock, I'm doing an opportunity post. Usually trying to recruit people to my team. So I'll put something up about, our team, or that I'm looking for people to join my team. So that's how I do it. It's a lot more lax, laid back. I don't have like real set times except for like the noon 5 where I am posting on my story. So the morning post is me using a product or making a product. The noon post is I do maybe the sale or some do the triple threat. I do something like that. And then the 5 o'clock would be an opportunity post. Other than that, I'm really pretty flexible when I do all this stuff. But I do make sure that I get it done daily. Mine was not as long as Emily. Still I'm still learning and getting comfortable with all this, guys. So I don't know if I forgot anything. But I'm not always checking my messages, but I do get on my phone just to check the messages once in a while because I know they tell you that the ladies that have been in for a while will tell you that they will put their phone down and they just walk away from it. Well, I was, until fairly recently, I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to be checking my phone constantly, because if that person messaged me and I'm not getting back, they might just not be interested anymore. So it took me a while to get comfortable with being like, you know what, I can walk away from my phone. I can be with my family. I can have family time and it'll be okay. It'll still be there. So that's how my day goes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Hey guys, as far as that goes, I also learned a little tip from the girls that have been in way longer than I have. And for our newbies, remember this. It is a huge tip that I appreciate you guys sharing with us, that it's right, or like Tamara was right. If you post, like for me, it's actually perfect that I teach during the day, because I'll post in the morning and then I'm not on Facebook. I clear Facebook out of my phone, out of my background, everything. So because Facebook wants you to be on Facebook all the time. And if you are, they're happy. So they're actually not going to boost your post as much, and not as many people are going to see your post as if you get off of Facebook, off of Messenger, off of everything, social media wise, for a while. Facebook wants you to get back on. And so they'll actually push it so that more people see your post. And then it'll make you want to get on, because you're getting comments and likes and loves, and you want to see all your stuff. And so I've told all of my new girls, post and then don't get on for, I mean, like a few hours, like ignore it. You can send messages and stuff, but as far as Facebook, Instagram, post and then get off, because you will have a lot more interaction and success with that, as far as people seeing your post. So I definitely had to learn that after a little while, because I was not getting an interaction, and Emily and Larissa shared that, and it has definitely changed a lot. And it feels good, because then I'm like, you know what, if I get on, it's going to ruin my algorithm, and not many people are going to see my post, so get back off. So it's awesome. If we went too fast, or if you guys have any questions for us, please message us. I'm not, obviously, I don't have a perfect schedule. Like I said, my schedule somewhat works for me, but lately I've had to change it too. And so it's just being super flexible, but knowing that you still need, no matter how flexible you need to be, you still need to get all those things done in a day. So consistency is key. Hopefully that helped a little bit. And then I will hop off here, guys, because Alyssa has our special guest in 4 minutes. So hopefully you guys get on there, and we'll see you guys later. Thank you.